Porsche just made an announcement that has the entire car industry recalculating, from California to China. Because what came out of Zuffenhausen doesn't move one goalpost, it moves several at once. Charging, power, range, and everyday usability, all in a single reveal. 16 facts about this announcement, counted down from the stage to the real explosion, and number 1 explains why every competitor is currently rewriting its plans. Number 16. The reveal everyone was waiting for. We start with the event itself. Porsche has unveiled the Cayenne Electric, the fully electric version of its most important car. To understand why this is an earthquake, you need to understand what the Cayenne means to Porsche. For more than 20 years, it has been the backbone of the brand, the car that finances the sports cars and carries the families. When Porsche electrifies this model of all models, that is not a niche experiment. It is a declaration. The electric era now reaches the heart of the business. After the electric Macan, the Cayenne is the second big step, and it is the decisive one because here Porsche isn't competing in an entry class. It is competing where the margins live and where the customers are the most demanding. That is exactly why the whole industry is studying every detail of this premiere, and the details have teeth. Next, the family resemblance gets tested. Number 15. It stays a true Cayenne. The first relief for the faithful. Porsche did not build a spaceship, it built a Cayenne. The announcement makes clear that the electric Cayenne arrives as a full family member. The familiar proportions, the Porsche lines, an interior with room for family and luggage, and performance that justifies the badge. Porsche deliberately avoids the mistakes so many manufacturers made in the transition, turning the electric car into a futuristic statement piece that scares away the loyal customers who pay the bills. The message to the market is subtle and important. At Porsche, electrification is not a restart. It is a continuation. Whoever drives a Cayenne today should drive a Cayenne tomorrow, just electric. And that continuity is its own kind of declaration of war, aimed at everyone who believes electric mobility has to look strange to count as modern. Then a towing record falls quietly. Number 14. The everyday bombshell. 7,700 pounds of towing. Now the detail that looks unremarkable in a spec sheet and means everything in real life. The electric Cayenne is rated to tow up to 7,700 pounds, 3.5 metric tons. That matches the combustion, Cayenne, full horse trailer, camper and boat trailer capability, exactly where electric cars have failed for years. Many electric SUVs are allowed to tow far less, some nothing at all, and that single line has killed countless electric purchases among horse owners, boaters and caravan families. Porsche erases that argument with one entry in the datasheet, and the signal is bigger than the number. This electric car was not engineered as an apology around a battery. It was engineered around real life. The sentence the industry has to read in that number, excuses no longer apply. Now the cockpit becomes a cinema. Number 13. The cockpit, the biggest screen real estate in Porsche history. Inside, the announcement shows the biggest leap a Porsche interior has ever made. The new Flow display, a curved band of screen flowing across the dashboard. Together with the digital instrument cluster and an optional passenger display, it creates the largest screen area ever fitted to a production Porsche, wrapped in a control concept that deliberately keeps key functions within physical reach. Porsche is fusing two worlds the market treated as opposites: the digital experience Tesla buyers expect, and the material and build quality customers pay Porsche prices for. For the market, that is a pointed message. The fight for electric customers is no longer one on range alone. It is one in the place the customer sits every single day, and Porsche just rearmed that place completely. Range anxiety is about to retire. Number 12. Range. Around 400 miles. The core question of every electric car gets answered with a number that makes the phrase range anxiety sound dated. Up to 642 kilometers on the European cycle, roughly 400 miles. That puts the electric Cayenne in the league where long distance stops being a planning exercise. A full day of driving becomes one charging stop, not three. The recipe is a big battery, an efficient drivetrain, and obsessive aerodynamic detail work throughout the body. More important than the number is its context. Porsche delivers this range not in some slippery streamliner experiment, but in a full-size SUV with a tow hitch and family space. That exact combination, real car format plus long-distance range, has been the missing puzzle piece of the electric market for years, and Porsche just placed it on the table in plain sight. Let me say one thing, and then I will not bring it up again. I have gathered these secrets and much more in a book over theporschegeek.com if you want it. It's in the comments and on the right side of the screen. That's all. Let's us go further with the video. Number 11. 800 volts and 400 kilowatts, charging at record pace. Now to the chapter that reshuffles the charging stations of the world. The electric Cayenne charges at up to 400 kilowatts, a benchmark figure for production cars. The foundation is Porsche's continuously developed 800-volt architecture, and the real-world numbers read like a promise to every long-distance driver. From 10 to 80% in under 16 minutes, and in just 10 minutes, enough energy flows in for roughly 200 miles. That is the coffee break reality electric mobility has been promising for a decade, now shipping as series production. For the market, this number is an announced earthquake. Charging speed was the battlefield where premium brands and the fastest newcomers chased each other, and Porsche just planted the flag where the competition now has to climb. From tomorrow on, every premium electric announcement will be measured against these minutes. Soon the charging cable itself disappears. Number 10. The world first, charging without a cable. And then Porsche pulled the ace that dominated the headlines. Inductive charging, production ready as the first manufacturer. The principle sounds like science fiction and works like your phone. A charging plate on the garage floor, the Cayenne parks over it, and power flows wirelessly at around 11 kilowatts. No plug, no cable spaghetti, no extra step. From now on, parking is charging. You could dismiss this as a comfort gimmick, and you would miss the point. Inductive charging is the kind of innovation that changes habits, and habits decide markets. The manufacturer that makes daily charging invisible removes the last piece of everyday friction from electric ownership. And the fact that Porsche of all companies wins the race to production, not the tech giants who have talked about it for years, may be the most symbolic news in this entire announcement. Physics gets outvoted by the chassis. Number 9. Chassis and tech. An SUV that shrinks around you. Porsche wouldn't be Porsche if the announcement were only batteries and screens. The electric Cayenne gets the full chassis arsenal. Rear axle steering for agility in town and stability at speed, adaptive damping and roll stabilization to argue with the physics of weight, and a tuning philosophy with one non-negotiable goal. A Porsche has to drive like a Porsche, no matter what powers it. The battery sits deep in the floor, pushing the center of gravity exactly where sports car engineers want it. The market message of this chapter is aimed at the skeptics inside the brand's own fan base. At Porsche, electrification is not the end of driving dynamics. It is a new tool for them. And for the competition, the bar just moved. Whoever wants to play in the premium segment now has to master both software and cornering. Combustion engines get a surprising reprieve. Number 8. The dual strategy. Combustion stays, the customer decides. The smartest part of the announcement might be the one that sounds like retreat at first. The combustion Cayenne continues in parallel for years to come. Porsche is not forcing its customers into the transition. It is putting both worlds side by side in the showroom. The same Cayenne as combustion, as hybrid, and now as electric, and the customer chooses based on their life, not the manufacturer's ideology. This dual strategy costs complexity and money, and it buys something priceless: time and trust. For the market, that is a remarkable statement because it flips the logic of many competitors. The lineup is not supposed to educate the customer. The best product is supposed to convince them. And that is exactly why the electric Cayenne turned out so uncompromising. It has to beat its own combustion brother in its own showroom, the hardest comparison that exists. Money talks next, and loudly. Number 7. Prices. And versions premium. With a statement. Earthquake or not, the price tag decides everything in the end, and Porsche positions the electric Cayenne confidently in premium territory. The range starts in the region of $100,000 and climbs well past $150,000 for the top model, depending on options. That is serious money, and it is a deliberate message. Porsche does not fight on price. It fights on product, and leaves the discount battles to others. The interesting part for the market is the structure. Even the base versions arrive with the full charging and range technology this video describes. The Earthquake is not reserved for the flagship. With that, Porsche sets the standard every premium electric SUV will now be measured against, from the German rivals to the ambitious newcomers from China. Torque is about to get absurd. Number 6. 1,100 pound-feet. Of torque now to the numbers that turn this announcement into the talk of the industry, starting with torque, up to 1,500 Newton-meters, roughly 1,100 pound-feet. Let that settle. That figure lives in territory previously reserved for heavy-haul trucks and hypercars, available from a standstill with no revs, no run-up, and no mercy. In practice, it means overtakes shrink to blinks, and the 7,700 pounds of towing from Chapter 14 suddenly reads like an understatement of what this drivetrain could actually do. The number tells the market something fundamental about the electric era. Torque, once the most expensive currency in engine building, becomes almost a formality with electric motors. The question shifts from whether a car has it to how it can possibly be managed. How Porsche puts this force on the road, the next number shows. 2.5 seconds says everything. Number 5. 0 to 60. In around 2.5 seconds. The acceleration of the top model reads like a misprint. 0 to 60 in roughly 2.5 seconds. For context, that is Supercar territory, the home turf of two-seaters without trunks, and the Cayenne reaches it with 5 doors, family space, and a tow hitch. The combination of brutal system output, all-wheel drive, and a launch control that meters the force millisecond by millisecond makes it possible. You can ask who needs this, and the market's answer is, that is not the point. Numbers like this are demonstrations, and this one demonstrates that the fastest everyday car this brand sells is now electric. For every garage conversation where the electric drivetrain was still filed under sensible compromise, this single figure ends the discussion. And for the sports car competition, it is a very polite threat. Tesla and BYD are watching closely. Number 4. The shot at Tesla, BYD, and the whole market. Put the pieces together and the product launch becomes a market declaration, addressed to Austin, Shenzhen, and Munich all at once. Tesla owned the narrative for years that electric had to be radically reinvented. The Chinese manufacturers are pushing into exactly the premium segment Porsche defends, with speed and aggressive prices, and the German rivals are wrestling with how much tradition the electric era can carry. Into that battlefield, Porsche parks one car that attacks Tesla's charging supremacy, distances the newcomers on quality and brand, and shows its own countrymen that continuity and cutting edge are not opposites. The real signal is strategic. Porsche is claiming the authority to define what a premium electric car has to be. Charging, range, real life, and driving dynamics in one package. The competition can attack that definition. It can no longer ignore it. 1 horsepower number rewrites brand history. Number 3. 1156. Horsepower, the most powerful production. Porsche ever. And then there is the number that won every headline. In its highest mode, the top model delivers up to 1156 horsepower, making the electric Cayenne the most powerful production Porsche ever built. Let that sink in for a moment. Not the 911, not a limited hypercar, not a racing homologation special, but a family SUV with an electric drivetrain now sits at the top of this brand's entire power history. 70-plus years of engine building, turbocharged icons, Le Mans technology, and the crown goes to a car with a charging flap. That is exactly what makes the announcement historic. Porsche could have chosen a smaller number, more careful, more respectful of its own legend. Instead, it deliberately placed the electric version above everything that ever wore the crest. A manufacturer cannot state more clearly where it is placing the future of its brand. Even the 911 must move aside. Number 2. What this means for the brand's soul. Before the finale, pause on what just happened inside Porsche's own hierarchy, because the enthusiast world certainly did. For decades, the unwritten law was simple. The 911 sites at the top, and everything else serves it. This announcement breaks that law on the spec sheet, and it does so on purpose. Porsche is telling its own faithful that the brand's values, performance, engineering depth, everyday usability are not welded to one drivetrain or one silhouette. They are portable, and they just moved. For owners and fans, there is comfort inside the shock. The same announcement confirms the combustion models continue, the sports cars remain the soul, and the customer keeps the choice. But the direction of travel is now public and unambiguous, and for the used market, the collectors, and every rival brand's product planners, that clarity is itself an event. The King's Crown moved to a new head, and the whole court noticed. Everything explodes in the final chapter. Number 1. The real explosion. Porsche rewrites the rules. And so to number 1, because the real explosion in this announcement is not any single number. It is the combination. Every discipline on its own has a champion somewhere. There are cars with big range, cars with big power, cars with fast charging. But this announcement packs all of it into one vehicle. Around 400 miles of range, charging in coffee break minutes, wireless charging as a world first, 7,700 pounds of towing, supercar acceleration, and the highest output in the brand's history, wrapped in a car that looks and drives like what its customers have loved for 20 years. That is not a model launch anymore. That is a new benchmark, set at a height that forces the entire market to rewrite its requirement sheets. That is why competitors, analysts, and fans are all discussing the same presentation. Porsche has shown that the electric era is not a farewell to its brand values, but their sharpest expression yet. More performance, more everyday life, fewer compromises. And for you as a viewer, the most practical takeaway of this whole video: the race for the best electric car has only now truly started, and it will be decided by exactly the virtues drivers always wanted: range, time, power, and trust. Porsche has made its move. Now the rest of the world has to answer. And the one who profits most from that answer is you.